Hi, gang. It's your coach Sid here, currently transmitting from Nairobi, back home to my friends in Chicago, Illinois, the USA. As you know, as a fitness expert, coach in all things wellness, and I try my best to be inspirational, certified running coach, blah, blah, blah. I first started personal training in 1989. I guess that was a while back, okay? Anyway, it's 2026 now, and I dedicate myself towards informing and inspiring folks as we near and go through retirement. What I'd like for you to be able to have is a life filled with energy, joy, pleasure, okay? It doesn't have to be a steady decline of misery and hard feelings and worried family members. You need to still be able to have adventures. In fact, when you retire, you should be starting your third trimester, from 60 to 90 plus, to start a whole new life. How do we do that? How do we prepare ourselves when we're in our 20s, 30s, and 40s, even our 50s, so that we can get to a point where we have plenty of gas in the tank when we put down the office and desk and we step away from the rat race. Anyway, I can't solve all the problems, but what I can do is give you a little slice of how I'm going through the process of starting my third trimester, and I hope that it inspires you. Now, if I've still got your attention, keep in mind that I'm just starting this channel. It's only a month old, so please, if I'm vibing with you, if you feel that I'm worthy of you checking out periodically, subscribe, get a like. If you question anything or want me to dig into more information, do some more research for you, send me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing so I can get better. Okay, remember, I'm just starting out. I'm not a Gen Z who grew up with a mobile phone, in his hand at birth. I didn't have it like that. When I was a kid, we had rotary phones, and the internet didn't even start until after I was getting out of college, really. In engineering school at Northwestern, we wrote our software on cards using Fortran, of all things, as our programming language. Pascal came later, about the time I graduated. Then it went on from there. And now, young people are coding and doing designs as children. Anyway, let me get to the point. Today's topic is 5 habits you need to know before 60. I was sitting around yesterday and I said, let me do like a real YouTube video and give you guys a catchy title. So 5 habits you need before 60. 1, you make up your bed every day when you wake up. I'm telling you, when I mentor Gen Zs, the first thing I ask them, do you make up your bed every morning? And almost 100% of the time I hear, huh? What's that got to do with me getting muscles, getting fit? I want to be more competitive. Back up. If you can't trust yourself to have a simple routine in the morning where you make up your bed, you take a little quiet time to meditate, finish downloading whatever inspirations you were receiving in your sleep. If you can't do that every morning, then how can you trust yourself to be disciplined to develop other habits? Start small and let's build your confidence in yourself where you can trust yourself to keep a promise to yourself. Okay? So first habit, make up your bed every morning. Okay? Stretch a little, get out of bed, make up your bed. Okay? I could go further because I have a whole thing that I tell my young people to start doing so that they could start to set their clock for the day. By starting your habits right, it sets your body rhythm for the day, your circadian rhythm. Okay? Getting that morning light in your eyes when you wake up plenty early and consistently around the same time every day. Get your clock on a regular schedule. That'll help you sleep better too. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. The second habit, which I already mentioned, was to rise early every day. Now, let's say you go out and hang out with your friends till 1 in the morning, you're having dinner. And, well, I hope you're not drunk. because that throws the whole thing off, and it'll take you several days to a week or more to recover your schedule after you have damaged it. We don't want to go there right now. That's a whole nother 15-20 minute conversation. But rise early every day. Now, if you were up late studying or something and you're not toxic, you didn't poison yourself, get your butt up at the same time that you normally do, be it 5, 6, 6:30, whatever time you typically get up. Stay on that schedule, okay? So you rise early every day. Now you can depend on yourself to rise at the same time. You can depend on yourself to start with a routine where you quietly make up your bed, okay? Now, movement, third habit. Movement in your lifestyle. Come on, put it on your calendar, that you're going to walk after dinner. Okay? You can make it a task on your calendar. And then every day, just click it off that you knocked it out at 6:30 or 7 after dinner, where you went for a 30-minute walk, a 10-minute walk, where you just walked after dinner. Talk to me about that. That's a whole nother 10-minute conversation about why you should walk within 30 minutes of finishing dinner. I know, I've been on Earth a long time collecting information just to share it with you. Okay, so first, let's go over this again. First, make up your bed every morning. Okay, second, I skipped that. We'll make that number 4. Second, I said rise early every day. Third, eat dinner, all right, no less than 2 hours before you go to bed. Give yourself at least 2 hours between dinner and bedtime so that your stomach can clear the food that you deposited in there, okay? Already at that late in the day, you're gonna have less stomach acid, less digestive juice, enzymes, I think bile even, to digest your protein. So give yourself a couple of hours after dinner so that your stomach can do its job. You don't wanna go to bed with a stomach full of undigested food. What that will do is leave, how did one nutritionist call it? It'll leave a slow burning dumpster fire in your gut, in your stomach and gut overnight. That will impede all of the regenerative processes that Dr. Sleep provides. Don't cheat Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep is why I'm 63, my 64th year, and I can't wait to finish this talk so I can go down to the gym just to knock out some calisthenics. Maybe run a mile. But I can't wait to get out there, but I wanted to do this. I promised myself I would make this for you today. Okay, so we've gone through make up your bed. Okay, we've gone through rise early or about the same time every day. We've gone through eat dinner 2 hours or more before you lay your head. All right, 4, movement. Build it into your lifestyle. I want you to put it on your calendar, okay? Don't skip it, please. Make sure that it's something that you expect to do. It's not a weekend warrior thing where you go in cold and then you try to play flag football and you hurt yourself because you're not acclimated to daily activity. Okay? I'm not asking you to run and compete in 21K half marathons like I do. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to have movement in your life. If you sit at your desk all day, every 45 minutes, get up. If you can't take a walk, knock out a dozen or so squats, and then, get some water, sit back down at your desk. Do it every hour, okay? Trust me, it helps to regulate your blood sugar, okay? You had some donuts on the way to work. So maybe this will help to mitigate, to some extent, the stuff we put in our bodies that we don't tell anybody about, right? Well, you anyway. All right, so those are 4 of the 5 habits that I want you to make your own, all right, before 60, please. All right, number 5, you prioritize your relationships. Think about that. Who do you hang out with? Is it just when you stop at the bar after work, the cronies that are the regulars there? Or do you have a group, a book club, a reading club? In my case, I love to be an ambassador to running clubs, and I have one that I call my home club here in Nairobi that I have to run with every week, at least once, just so I can have the camaraderie and the fellowship. They're also the people that you make friends with. because they know you're going to show up. They can start to trust you. You trust them to encourage you. It's a beautiful feedback mechanism that supports a lifestyle that gives you life rather than one that strips you of your joy, your vitality, and your future. So, fellowship, finding your tribe, putting effort into your relationships. You know, people that support you and hold you accountable. Find them. You know, in whatever areas that you enjoy doing. Do you like cycling? Do you want to hike? Find a group in your town or city. Meet up with them. I'm sure that you'll be welcomed because people that get things done, they're pretty positive and they'll be happy to see you. Okay? So those are my 5 habits that I wish that you would take on before your 60s. And if you can start picking these up in your 20s, oh yeah, you'll be way ahead of the game. Of course, you know my audience are 50 and over, folks that are thinking about retirement and trying to extend their health span. That's who I am talking to directly, but the messages that I share are really for everyone. They're for you, okay? So if you thought that this short talk was helpful to you in any way, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and what is it? The bell that you click, then when I upload new videos, you'll be informed. And you can find out if I've strayed away from the path. And then you can go, Coach Sid, get back on track. And I appreciate that because then you help me and you become part of the community and you keep me accountable. All right. Anyway, guys, I feel grateful to be here. And I'm glad I'm on my worldwide journey since my retirement in December of 2024. I'm looking forward to sharing episodes and developments. Maybe I'll share a little bit of my personal life. We'll see. But right now, I just want you to know how to live and feel better every day. Okay, guys. Bye.